Hello and welcome to tomorrow's headlines today. I'm your host, Robin Cunningham with Fireside Grace Ministries. So thankful for everyone to be here. So today I have a lot to cover with you, ranging from cryptocurrencies to Elon Musk to the president and Biden's and so much more. All right, so stay with us. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Today, I had originally titled this broadcast "Oh No, Trudeau," but I'm going to call it China versus the Bulls and the Bears, because really a lot of it towards the end here is the crypto stuff. So if you're only here for the crypto, which I know there's probably not very many people that are actually only here for that, you can just skip right to the last probably 5-10 minutes of this video. Otherwise, there's a lot of other stuff in here that you should listen to as well. There's stuff in here for Canada and so forth. Okay, I haven't had my first sip of coffee yet. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Bonjour, bon matin, à tout un poisson de café. Oh, so good. That makes life better, just a little bit better. So we were traveling for the past 12 days or so, however long. So this is why it seems like we haven't put out a lot of videos. It's because we were traveling. There was a lot for us. We were out dedication to the baby. Brandy's father had a major back surgery. We had a funeral to go to. So we were out of state for quite a while. It was kind of rough. I had a lot of fun. We have good times with family and so forth. But we had to end up coming home a day early yesterday because I was having an allergic reaction to whatever the sheets were washed at the place we were staying in, and I just broke out. I was like, oh, that's so annoying. Uh, Plus, Joseph and Asher have a little cold right now. They're struggling with, and that's just it is what it is. So just keep us in your prayers as we go through this. All right. If you would like to partner with us, we need your support. We love your support. We love you. And we want to bless and honor you. So there are things that we do if you want to become a monthly partner with us or just a one-time donation, to get the same things, but we still pray for you and talk and say thank you and send a thank you letter and everything. If you want to become a monthly partner with us, every Sunday night we have our monthly partner meetings where we get together at 8 o'clock Central Time. 8:15 is when we start. And we do a lesson and practice prophesying, speaking in tongues. And usually we don't speak in tongues too much. We practice prophesying over each other and hearing the voice of the Lord. And it's a really great community opportunity, and you get to interact with us one-on-one, on a kind of a personal basis. Not necessarily one-on-one, it's usually one on like 20, but that's something that, you would enjoy, I think, if you were a part of that. Also on Tuesdays, so this Tuesday night, it's every other Tuesday. We skipped last week, so I'll probably do it this week. We do the Dream Discussions group at 5:15 Central, which is where we teach dream interpretation, go over interpretations, and equip the believers that are there to be able to interpret dreams. And we watch every week as someone new comes in, and after a couple weeks of taking part in the dream interpretation, they start interpreting their own dreams. And it's really cool. It's really awesome. You can do that at firesidegrace.com/partner with us. Also, we have several single moms reaching out to us, plus with Roe versus Wade being overturned in several different states, people are going to be needing more help taking care of their kids. We have a separate fund for taking care of single moms that we put aside every month so that we can bless at least one person every month with their needs being met, whether it's diapers or food, clothes, rent, stuff like that. Single moms, single dads, people in need, just people. We just want to love people in general. So if you'd like to contribute to that, just let us know. It's firesidegrace.com/partner with us, or you can find us on PayPal as Reformers Church. There's no apostrophe because I don't believe in apostrophizing. Boom, it's back, baby. Just like that, it comes back. And what else? That is about it. Oh, life coaching. I have a couple life coaching sessions available on Fridays. And so if you want to check that out, check that out. We are about to do orientation this week for a few new life coaches. So we will have a lot of availability for life coaching if you are okay with that. We are bringing people on board. So, okay, that's all the Fireside Grace stuff there. Make sure the 15th, that's this Friday at 3 p.m., we'll be live streaming on YouTube, interviewing Manuel and Shiva Johnson. So make sure you check that out. And for those of you who are parents who have kids who watch, let's say you watch the show Blippy or something like that, right? Um, there's a new children's entertainer out there called Handyman Hale. He is a pastor from South Carolina, a youth pastor from South Carolina. And his show is a less hyper, less annoying version of Blippy. And if you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. It's me, Blippy. He talks like this all the time for no reason at all. Not Handyman Hale. Kids love Blippy. Well, kids love Handyman Hale too. He pretty much does all the same things, has pretty much the same color scheme, but he's not annoying, and he's Christian, and it shows in his videos that he makes. You know, they're just good. He makes good videos. So check that out. That's August 5th with Handyman Hale at 3 p.m. Also. Anything else? Okay. So some exciting things. Did anybody see that the Pillow Man, you know I'm talking about, don't try and leave a comment with his name in the comments because they see that and they ban us because they hold you to the same standards and community guidelines in the comment section as they do in the videos if I talk about it. So pay attention. Just be careful. Coding doesn't 100% work on YouTube. They will ban you for coding. And for everyone who said, well, what about this person and that person who never use codes and they haven't been touched? Yeah, they're not on YouTube anymore, are they? And I'm not saying that out of arrogance. I'm just saying that's it's the unfortunate truth. So I put this here on YouTube because it will automatically upload to Rumble for those of us who don't want to be on YouTube. And there's a lot of people who don't want to go to Rumble. And I understand because Rumble makes you watch commercials. There's no way to get past that. You know, you can't fast forward through the videos, which I don't particularly care for. You surrender your rights to your video when you upload it to Rumble. But they're another viable platform. We have like 1,300 subscribers on there also. So like and subscribe right down here at the bottom. I think it's over here. I'm not 100% sure, but like and subscribe and share this with all of your friends and family. Remember, the deal's still on the table, guys. With all the people we're interviewing and all the things that we're doing, there's no reason why we can't hit 10,000 subscribers by August. And if we do, I will shave this beautiful, luxurious man mane off of my face and let y'all see my face without a beard, which is something that I don't want to do. And Brandy actually doesn't want me to do it either because she likes the beard. And also, as a little bit of like I don't want to shave my beard off because people keep telling me to shave my beard off. So it makes me really not want to shave my beard off, you know? But I'm not a rebellious person. So I'll give you the opportunity. If that's what you think is going to make you happy, is seeing me shave my beard off, then help us reach 10,000 subscribers by August 31st. All right? It's not impossible. It's not impossible. Nothing is impossible for God, but only God can make it happen. So we made it hard. We made it hard, but it's not impossible, guys. I mean, we got 1,000 subscribers in a month, and then it stopped. It stopped coming so fast, and we got like 100 subscribers in the past 2 weeks since we hit that 1,000. All right. Here's the tomorrow's headlines today. Trudeau's time is at an end. He has declared in his heart that his God, lowercase g, has given him the seat of power that no man can take. However, he hasn't accounted for Christians in his nation and among the world that pray and see change. His time in office is short, and no amount of early elections will keep him safe from being ousted. The changing of the guard will have a new meaning for Canada. Ottawa will no longer be a city compelled by fear and corruption. What has been done in the dark will be exposed as in the brightness of the day. Many will be compelled to hear the admissions of hatred against citizens and especially Christians. They will be shocked to learn that there was a plan to hand all land ownership over to Canada in exchange for debt forgiveness. That's quote unquote debt forgiveness. You think you're out of debt because you paid for everything, but you also lost all of your personal possessions and belongings that now belong to the government, and they're letting you use them at their behest. Think about how that goes if you give up everything in exchange for your land. This is nothing more than an attempt to make government power absolute. If they own all the land, they can and will do all they desire to whomever they see fit. This is not God's plan for Canada. The love of money keeps them in power and able to continue their wicked deeds. Several are coming which have no care for gold or silver, and they will lead a reform and change for this nation. A nationwide outcry in Canada will be sustained. Watch Alberta. This is truly God's country. Now, if you're from Alberta, I guess Alberta is like one of the most beautiful areas in Canada. I'm sure there's a lot of beautiful areas in Canada, but Alberta is one of those ones where people are like, this is God's country. I guess God loves Canada and Alberta, Canada very much as well. So, all right. Um, the Lord said, the hunter's business will be investigated for corruption, fraud, money laundering, trafficking, and so much more very soon. It will turn out that this business appears to be nothing more than a money laundering scheme. Many nations padded their pockets through this farce, and all involved will face indictments and consequences. There's going to be some treason charges that come from this investigation into that. And I believe that investigation will start happening either before this year is over or more. Also, you haven't heard the end of the Ghislaine Maxwell case. Soon, somebody will stand up and step in, and you will see a list of, not the list of people who went to the island, because not everybody who had anything to do with Epstein was going to do the things that Epstein is notorious for. He didn't kill himself, by the way. He was Clinton. Epstein didn't kill himself. Uh, I heard something. I saw it. Man, Holy Spirit just checked me, told me not to say it. Okay. Let's see. The Lord said decertification will make headlines in the near future. You're going to start seeing states start to decertify, and the Supreme Court is going to gain favor for the overturn that's coming. There's still one more overturn coming this year. All right. Following the transition of incoming president, plans of protest will be reported, discovered, and thwarted. Antifa will be targeted and declared a terrorist nation. Good. A terrorist organization, not nation, sorry. And anti-American. What a surprise. Many will profess that many professing to be a member will face consequences. Their defense will be that they are a new political party, but that idea and concept will fall apart as they staunchly stand against political parties, so that won't hold up in court. But you can expect to see them try and do that. All right, here's some crypto news, and then there's stuff to talk about, and then there's more crypto news. So here's a little bit of crypto news for those of you who are watching, waiting for crypto stuff. An unusual time in the crypto world is coming. The Lord showed me very plainly to inform people to set stop losses, as there would be drastic drops in many coins. However, he showed me that there would be rapid growth as well. So it would behoove many to set purchase prices and sell at prices. The market will look like waves in the ocean as great ups and great downs occur. And eventually, there will follow a flood of investors who are cashing in, meaning you're going to make a lot of money here in the near future. Many will. Now, listen, just because I say in the near future doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow, okay? So don't be trying to say, oh, he said this and that, and he was off on the timing. I didn't give you any timing. So that's like people's number one things is they ask me for timing about things. And if the Lord does not give it to me, then I don't give it to you. I learned my lesson from last year saying Trump was going to come back in the fall of last year, which I did say that was my opinion and not what I heard from the Lord. So there's that. But I shouldn't have shared it anyway because I was wrong. But he's still I'm pretty sure he's still coming back here pretty soon. All right. And actually the Pillow Man did file a case at the SCOTUS, by the way. Don't know if I told you that in the beginning of this. I don't remember. But he did. And it's one that I had prophesied to one of the leaders at a very, very well-known ministry that that in March of this year that this would happen before this was even a thing that was talking about, and that would be the case that led to the overturn. All right. So anyway, It would behoove many to set purchase prices and sell at prices. The market will look like waves in the ocean as great ups and downs occur, and eventually there will follow a flood of investors who are cashing in. Many will declare, this is not an investor's market. It's too volatile. Steer clear. But they will unknowingly be misleading many. This will look like a battle between bulls and bears to try to determine the future of the world's economy. Listen up, bears. If you mess with the bulls, you will get the horns. I saw a vision when I heard that. I saw a vision the Lord showed me of a bull. It was the Merrill Lynch bull with a checkered flag draped over it, and it was proudly flaunting its victory. And then I saw, okay, listen to this. I saw a matador riding on the back of the bear, and I heard this. This is going to sound funny. The matador sings castrati. And what happens is at the end of a bullfight, they will remove or castrate a bull. And if you've ever had Rocky Mountain oysters, then you know what a Rocky Mountain oyster is. That's what they do with those, right? Well, it reminds me of a joke. This guy goes to a restaurant and he orders the Rocky Mountain oysters, and he's like, "This is huge. I thought they were going to be river oysters." And they explain to him what that is. And I'm trying to keep it very clean. And so he comes back because he thought they were delicious. He orders more, and this time it's much smaller than what he had before. And he says, "What's this? Why is such a drastic size difference?" And they said, "Well, the matador doesn't always win the fight." So the matador was singing castrate, meaning he was castrated. The bears did not win the fight. They thought that they were going to slay the bulls, do their own thing, control and manipulate the market, but it's not going to happen. And I know that's kind of an inappropriate, bordering on vulgar joke to share with you. I probably shouldn't have shared that, but that's just one of the ways that the Lord talks to me. Is he reminds me of things that I knew before I was a Christian, and not like reminds me of like sinful things, but like, hey, this is what happens at the end of a bullfight, and this is why I said this. And so he said it more appropriately than I conveyed it to you. So I'm sorry. It's just the way it's God will talk to you in a way that you will understand it sometimes. I had somebody in a dream. I got arrested by two angels in a dream. It was a very bright dream. And they were yelling at me, real mean, and arresting me and said, "You think it's okay to play with signs?" And one of them cussed. And I was like, what the? And I realized that represented, in the Bible, it says, let no coarse or unclean or, basically foul language, let nothing profane come from your mouth, no coarse or unclean jokes, but only let your words be full of grace for the one who hears them. So cussing and all that and making crude jokes, that is showing a lack of grace, which is why I was like, "Nah, I don't know about this joke," but it's showing a lack of grace. Well, the Bible also tells us that Jesus is the manifested grace of God. Now, how I see it is, if Jesus is grace and there's no grace in our words, then that is not coming from Jesus. The grace of God is not in those words. So if that's not coming from Jesus, then what spirit is it coming from? It's not coming from the Spirit of God. Anyway, this is why we don't say or do these things, Anyway. All right. Next, as part of an economic recovery plan, the earned income tax credit will be increased so that struggling parents hurt by the stimulus package will be able to recover. The government's treachery will be revisited and families will receive justice. Everybody wanted that stimulus package so bad until tax season, when you didn't get any earned income credit back because they already gave it to you. Like, that money is not free. They don't give you anything for free. If you think they're giving you something for free, well, think again. They're getting that money from somewhere. It doesn't just appear out of nowhere, which is why we're in a sad state we are with Social Security, that so many people who will be retiring in the future don't even know if they're going to have Social Security or if it's going to dry up at some point. They have no idea if it's going to continue. Well, now that they're allowing babies to be born again, thanks to the overturn of Roe versus Wade, the population will increase, which will actually cause there to be more taxes coming in the future. So they'll have a little bit more money to work with. Also, since we have chosen life, God will deal with each state on an individual basis according to how they choose to pursue abortions and stuff like that in their states. And certain states are going to go hard for abortion and they will be judged. It won't take long. Let's see. Watch Stacey Abrams as her party is about to turn their back on her. That's all the Lord said about that. He said AOC, in her great arrogance, will face trials for corruption. Communism is for poor people. That is what I heard in association with that. She was saying communism is for poor people. And you think, well, it is for. I mean, that's the main thing that they try to push communism is by appealing to poor people who want free healthcare, free education, this, that, and the other. Your free education in a communist nation is an education from the state, where they tell you what to believe and what to say and what to do. Your free healthcare is not free. You're paying for that in taxes. Your taxes get increased over 60% of what you come in, 60%. So imagine you're making $15 an hour and all of a sudden your taxes are increased from approximately 20-ish percent to plus 40%. So now 60% of your income is coming. So right off the top, you can take at least, if you're making $14, $15 an hour, take at least $7.50 an hour off. And then and plus another 70. So take about $8 off of your 15 that you're making. So that leaves you making what? About $7 an hour. You're right back down to minimum wage. Boy, communism is so fun. And then if you make even more money, make over 120,000 a year or over 400,000 a year, they take even more of that. Like Elon Musk, he paid the most in taxes than anybody in history because he made so much. I mean, he said it was like 53% of his income. Guys, that's crazy. I mean, that's what they want to make. That's what they want you to pay in taxes. And do you get those taxes back? No. China will reveal a list of leaders that the CCP approves of. This is a political ploy. It is a joke that they will do to say in a very subtle way, we own your selections and these are who we approve of. The Elon manipulation lawsuit will end up being dropped. Find that interesting, but not before you see some things happen. There's going to be a settlement and a purchasing for a much lower price than what was originally estimated. Okay. Elon pursues the Twitter bid after threatened of being sued. The truth of spam and bots in Twitter will inevitably drive down the price of negotiations. It will be discovered that Twitter tried to ban several bots and inadvertently banned many real people and pages, driving business away from their platform and hurting the value of their own company, as in Twitter will be hurt by that. Watch out for more leaked videos of Facebook executives and Twitter executives slamming Elon Musk, bragging about their communist beliefs, and even some that are willing to share emails and memos saying to target Elon and several others and find a way to ban them. There will even be a revelation among Twitter and Facebook in which boards discuss changing agreement policies so that they could legally, quote unquote, attack people. All right, here's the last little bit of crypto news, and then we'll wrap it up here. There will be another drop in Bitcoin down to around 12K. I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I would prefer it not to happen because that means the economy starts to stagger again for a little bit. But that's what I saw. I said around 12K, not that it would hit the actual 12K. It could be just a little bit more or a little bit less. Who knows? The Lord doesn't always give exact specific numbers or dates or times or whatever. So he gives me a ballpark estimate, and that's what I give you. Watch out for China, as they will begin to intentionally make moves to try to cripple the crypto market with sweeping reforms. They're really going to do a crackdown against mining in China and saying, oh, there's energy. Also, I saw that due to high heat in the southwest of America, record high heats that there would be blackouts. Some of them are scheduled blackouts, some of them are not going to be scheduled. It's just the energy demand. They won't be able to keep up with the energy demand um, to help people because it's so hot. You know, you live in Arizona, you live in Texas. It is hot. It's like every day is like 105 degrees or so. Anyway, and in Arizona, it's like 120, you know what I mean? Like, it's real hot. And in Arizona in the winter, they make fun of us in Texas because it'll be like 60 or 70 here, and it's still 80 or 90 in Arizona. They're like, "Oh, that's a nice chilly day for you, huh?" I'm like, um, I have a friend. So in New York, we typically will swim in the water when the pool hits about 70 degrees, but many of us will swim, and I'm talking about New York, like the upper areas of New York, like central New York, upstate New York. And trust me, if you're from upstate New York, you know that that's the northern part of New York. And if you're from the city, they call everything north of the city upstate, but it's not. Everything in New York is not upstate New York, but they call us upstate. We're not. Central New York. So as far as I know, me and my friends in Central New York, we will swim in creeks and rivers and whatever if the water is about 65 degrees. And that is a comfortable temperature for us. So my friend is in Arizona and they had closed the pool, but she was going swimming anyway. And the water was like 70 degrees or so. And they said, "Hey, you can't swim in there. The pool's closed." She said, "Well, why is the pool closed? Doesn't make any sense." And the people said, "Well, it's too cold to swim in." She goes, "Too cold? It's 88 degrees outside right now. I'm from New York. We are swimming in this pool." She ended up having to get out of the pool, her and her family, but that was a very valid point. So there's that. So when someone's like, "Oh, 88 degrees, it's a cool day outside," I'm like, when I first came from New York, I would like literally like see people in Oklahoma be 64 degrees out or so. People be wearing hoodies and parkas and stuff. Like, it's so cold out. They're dressed like it's winter. And I would laugh and I'm like, this is short season. Like, I was convinced that if the temperature was 40 to 45 degrees or higher, then you could wear shorts. That's short season, right? After you just get done dealing with 40 degrees below zero. And you have people from Wyoming and Montana and those places where it snows very heavily, where it's like 65 degrees below zero and 6 feet of snow dropping at one time. You know, y'all know what snow and cold is, right? So it's like it's 45 degrees out. Why are you wearing a parka? I mean, this is like you should be out at least jeans and a t-shirt, right? Well, I've been living in Texas or in the South for 5 years now, and it was 80 degrees one morning when I woke up after it being like 100 something degrees all the time. No, I think it was like 74. I walk outside and I go, ooh, it's cold. Go get the winter coats. It's 74 degrees. That's how quick your blood can thin out when you're yeah, thin out, I think is what you would say. That's how quick your blood can thin out when you're uh living in a hot place for too long. Like, I understand now why it's 60. If you're 64 and you're wearing a hoodie or a coat, yeah, it makes perfect sense. What a perfect comfortable temperature for wearing a hoodie and two or three long sleeve shirts. That's just the way it is. And then of course the New Yorker in me still comes out. So when it snows and everything shuts down here over like a little light dusting of snow, which doesn't happen very often, it usually just ices around here. But this winter they got like 18 inches in Texas, which is like unbelievable. All the peaches were destroyed. It was horrible. um, but I still laugh and I'm like, this is not snow. But they're just not equipped to deal with snow out here. It's just the way it is. It is what it is. They're not equipped to deal with the snow because it doesn't happen very often. And it's nice, everybody has a little break. The roads are clear. It's real nice. But to these guys, this is a serious, legitimate thing, and I have come to learn that being from New York, I have a little tendency to be a little arrogant about things, and I've been trying to correct that and rectify that as much as possible. And I'm sure if you've been watching us for the past couple of years, you've seen a great change in the professionalism that I put forth and how we do things and everything else. So, all right, like and subscribe, share with your friends and family. Remember, we're trying to reach 10,000 subscribers by August 31st. Now, listen here. If you share this with your friends and family, Brandy's giving out for anyone who becomes a life partner a free devotional. It's called Amplifying by Simplifying. It's very good. It's for people who have gone through struggles and hardships in their life, and how to overcome that, and how to make the most out of every situation, and redeeming the time for the days that are evil. So check that out. Become monthly partner with us. Help us to take care of single moms. We have at least 2 moms that we could take care of right now, that need diapers. There's going to be people who aren't able to have abortions, like here in Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, places like. We don't just help people here in Texas. We help people across the country, and sometimes in different nations if they reach out to us. But we do have requirements. So don't think that we just give out free handouts to everybody who asks. Um, there's requirements. We need to see proof and documentation, be able to contact people, and all this, that, and the other, because we know that not everybody's honest, and that's what the Lord had put on our hearts to implement, so that we could help more people and not be taken advantage of, because we don't want y'all to be taken advantage of. firesidegrace.com/partner with us, or you can find us at Reformers Church. Also, guys, I know we catch a lot of flack about our prophecies, and people are like, "Oh, your prophecies aren't that accurate," um, but they really are. We put out new prophecy fulfilled blogs on our blog section of Fireside Grace on our website, firesidegrace.com. So go check out those prophecy fulfilled. We literally have a person who, it's what they do is they go through our videos and find 2 or 3 fulfilled prophecies from each video and put them out there. So we're able to put these out at least once a week. And we have so much material, like there's no shortage of things. So if you want to see, to help increase your faith, to help you verify, hey, is what he's saying true? Does what he's saying come to pass? Because there's people out there who say that we're false and that we get everything wrong and this, that, and the other. We get attacked a lot. It's part of being in a prophetic ministry. So if you want to go and see and check for yourself, go check out the Prophecy Fulfilled blogs. All right. Okay. Oh, another Prophecy Fulfilled, just off the top of my head here. I'm trying to find the video, and we'll put that little clip up, but I had said that Boris Johnson will resign and that there would be rumors of sexual allegations, but they wouldn't say that at first. Well, he resigned, and they're investigating him with rumors of sexual allegations. So there's that. Okay. I love you guys. Be blessed. And I will see you the next time I see you. Oh, yes. By the way, we're starting to do things a little differently here at Fireside Grace. Barring today, I will be putting up videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay. Mondays will be tomorrow's headlines today. Tuesday or Wednesday will be a lesson plus a tomorrow's headlines today, and Fridays will be live Q&A. Now, on the 2 videos that I have pre-recorded, I will post those at 6 p.m. so that you will get new content ready for you 6 p.m. so you know what to expect, so it will be consistent, so you can just come and watch. I'm going to set it up to be as like a live premiere or something, so that you can watch it as it's streaming, interact with people who are watching, and just be a community and fellowship. All right. In most cases. Now the live Q&A will be on Friday nights. It's going to have to be after around 9:00 p.m. Central Time. So that'd be 10 o'clock Eastern. Mountain Time would be 7, and the Pacific would be 6. Okay. Those will be live, which means the time of that will be subject to change, but you can expect it. Okay. So like and subscribe, share with your friends, and make sure that you're subscribed. If you're not, something like 50% of the people who watch these videos aren't subscribed or something like that. So go ahead and subscribe. Like, what are you doing? If you subscribe, then you get notified when this stuff will be put out, so you can come and watch it. But also, you will now be able to, because I know people don't get their notifications all the time, you will be able to come and know when and what to expect. So, it's 6 o'clock. Let's go see what they got going on. So if you don't get notifications, this will help to counter that, because we are aware that Facebook likes to mess around with our algorithms and with our notifications, because we say things and talk about things that they don't like that we talk about. Okay. All right. That's all. Love you guys. Be blessed. And I will talk to you